Star Wars has served us epic fight scenes fought with interesting weapons such as lasers and blasters. But the most interesting of them all are ion weapons. From handheld blasters to monumental starship devices, each ion weapon brings its own unique flair to the saga. Welcome to Star Wars Deconstructed, students of the Force and acolytes of the galaxy. Whether you're a Jedi Sith or somewhere in between, join us today as we embark on a journey through the varied and intriguing world of these specialized tools, shaping battles, altering destinies, and adding layers of complexity to the ever-expanding galaxy far, far away. Starting with handheld ion weapons, the most popular weapon in this group is the Jawa favorite, the Ion Blaster. Ion blasters, like those wielded by the crafty Jawas of Tatooine, were specifically designed to disable electronic systems and droids. They're the go-to gear for these scavengers during their hunts for salvage. These blasters fired ionized energy pistols that wreaked havoc on a droid's electrical systems, leaving them powerless and shut down. Crafted by these resourceful Jawas, these blasters were no ordinary off-the-shelf finds. They were customized and built using salvaged parts from various sources like blaster power packs, starship components like accu accelerators from ion engines, and even bits and pieces from droids. With these added components, the blasters had a reliable range of about 12 meters and were equipped with safety features like a trigger safety button to prevent mishaps. The impact of these ion blasters wasn't limited to just machines. They doubled as stun weapons for living beings, allowing the Jawas to neutralize threats without causing permanent harm. That said, these weapons didn't discriminate. They were both used on droids and living creatures to keep adversaries in check. In the vast Star Wars universe, these blasters played crucial roles in encounters. For instance, when R2-D2 was found by Jawas in the Junlin Wastes, they didn't hesitate to use their ion blasters. Even Darth Vader had an encounter with these weapons when a Jawa aimed one at him during his visit to Jabba Desaligic Tiuri's palace. Vader's quick reflexes turned the tables, deflecting the bolt back to its shooter. These blasters were also used in The Mandalorian when Din Djarin tried to board a sandcrawler. The Jawas were quick to defend themselves, stunning Djarin instantly with a barrage of ion blasts, causing quite a tumble for the bounty hunter. Even in aerial battle, ion weapons are also very important. One of the prominent examples is found in the Y-Wing Starfighter, primarily designated as an attack bomber. Its distinguishing feature lies in the turret-mounted ion cannon known as the SW-4. This specialized ion cannon, crafted by Armech, is strategically positioned above and slightly behind the Y-Wing's cockpit on a rotating turret. While the Y-Wing may lack the speed and maneuverability of TIE fighters, its arsenal boasts impressive firepower and fortified deflector shields. The strategic advantage of the Y-Wing's ion cannons is their ability to disable enemy ships without causing catastrophic damage, making them a key asset in targeted assaults. Another formidable addition to the Starfighter arsenal is the deployment of ion torpedoes. These projectiles packed an intense ion charge, detonating upon impact with a targeted ship, unleashing a powerful ion blast. Unlike standard Starfighter-grade ion cannons, ion torpedoes wield a significant higher potency, capable of incapacitating most starfighters. Their impact extends beyond mere starfighters, causing substantial ion damage to various vehicles and stationary weapons. The aftermath of an ion torpedo strike often results in the disruption of critical subsystems or even more severe consequences for the targeted vessel. Now on to capital ship and stationary ion weapons. These come in different forms and scales, each serving distinct purposes in combat scenarios, notably in the domain of stationary installations and capital ships. Starting with large-scale stationary ion cannons, these imposing installations serve as a defensive tactical asset, often employed to disable larger vessels or fortified defense positions. A prime example is the V-150 planetary ion cannon stationed at Outpost Beta on the icy planet of Hoth. These cannons are designed to emit ionized particles capable of wreaking havoc on electronic systems, possessing the potency to disable even sizable capital ships. And their role extends beyond offense, occasionally acting as shields or offering cover during strategic retreats. And then the capital ship ion cannons. These ones are mounted on larger starships designated for epic space battles and serve as pivotal components of a vessel's offensive capabilities. For instance, the Subjugator-class heavy cruiser Malevolence was renowned for its armament, boasting mega ion cannons that could unleash devastating ion-based assaults. The Galactic Empire's Assertor-class Star Dreadnought was a menacing presence equipped with a formidable array of 30 quad battleship ion cannons, showcasing the magnitude of firepower these vessels commanded. Let's move on to Droid-Equipped Ion Weapons. Of the Droid-Equipped Ion Weapons, the one that stands out the most is the Vulture Droid. These weapons are self-propelled, battle-hungry machines manufactured by Horchal Engineering Corporation, and were the poster children for the Trade Federation and later the Confederacy of Independent Systems. They were made in these grand cathedral factories on Zichar, where every droid was a precision masterpiece. They might not have had the smartness of a living pilot, but boy, could they maneuver. These things could outfly even the most skilled pilots, doing loops and dives that'd make your head spin. And since they didn't need life support systems, they had more space for fuel and weapons, making them pretty relentless in combat. When it's time to shake things up in space or on the ground without leaving a fiery mess, ion bombs and mines step in as the disruptors. They're not about blowing stuff up, but more about causing a technological tantrum. Let's talk bombs first. These aren't your typical explosives. Ion bombs carried by starships like the T-70 X-Wing aren't about obliterating targets. They're about zapping electronics, a targeted strike against ground-based vehicles, causing chaos in their systems without turning them into scrap metal. Even the Ghost, that modified Rebel VCX-100 light freighter, had its own version of these bombs. Spherical and high yield, they packed a punch against heavy armored vehicles, disrupting their tech without a fiery explosion. And finally, let's talk about some specialized and unique ion weapons. There were some unique ion weapons that made a mark in the Star Wars universe, and chief among them is the Ion Net. This weapon is a high-tech, pricey toy in the galaxy. It's not your everyday net. It's electrified and designed to take down multiple targets with a zap. Nock and Windlass, those hunters with a taste for pricey gear, splurged on this special net. Their plan? Originally, they wanted to get the assassination droid 000, but things took a twist. Instead, they ended up using it against BT-1, another droid. This Ion Net is the VIP treatment for those taking down droids. It's not just about capturing them, it's about incapacitating them with a jolt of electricity. Imagine tossing the net and watching it light up, zapping droids left and right. It'd be a lightning show, although it is designed to give droids a power nap, not to entertain. The best part, it can target multiple droids at once, making it a must-have for hunters dealing with a bunch of mechanical troublemakers. Another unique ion weapon is the Ionic Ring, a high-tech weather controller straight out of a sci-fi dream. It was a starship designed by Professor Ren Vols during his time at the Ma installation. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill ship though, it was a super weapon used by the Galactic Empire, and it was all about controlling the weather. The key to its power lay in its ion ring or climatizer, a weapon built into the starship. This bad boy wasn't for blasting foes, but for manipulating a planet's weather patterns. Imagine a series of ion units arranged in a ring shape, emitting a specific ion beam that could tweak a planet's weather, rain, shine, storms, you name it. Although this starship wasn't just a weather machine, it had a command bridge at its center and could zip through hyperspace like nobody's business. Now the Ionic Ring wasn't just a one-off creation. It was part of a secret Imperial project during the Galactic Civil War. It was just one of the top secret codenames intercepted by the Rebel Alliance, listed among other intriguing names like the Stellar Sphere, Pax Aurora, Black Saber, War Mantle, and Cluster Prism. It's fascinating how these technologies were tucked away in Imperial projects, each name hinting at some serious business, whether it's controlling the weather, building super weapons, or something even more mysterious. The Ionic Ring was a glimpse into the kind of tech that was floating around in the shadows of the Galactic Civil War, adding layers of intrigue to the conflicts in that galaxy far, far away. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and watch the next one.